Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry I'm slightly late, but
She's lost webcam.
I've lost my new webcam somewhere. I've put it somewhere safe and can't remember where I put it, but hey ho, I'm here anyway. So it's all right. The last minute thing is because I've been printing some recipes out, so yes, so that's why I was you're watching adverts, are you, Adrian? So yeah, so I've just been printing them all out. I haven't had a chance to sort them out, so yeah, so that's something I can do afterwards. You know, it was just something I decided to do last minute, as you do. But so yes, and I were doing the usual trick. I was my coffee were going cold, so yeah. I've downloaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's seven recipes that I downloaded, and as you know, I like to print them off. So now I've got my little file thing that Chris bought me. It's not too bad, Adrian. I've had a bit of a rough weekend, but hey ho.
Oh, you've done it now. It's all right. Don't have to ignore that last comment.
Yes, I've sort of, yeah. See, I can read your mind. You see, that's the thing. Kate says you beat her to it today. So yeah. I were a couple of minutes late, Kate, because I've downloaded 7 recipes today, and we'd bought some new printer ink. So I says, right, bugger it, while I've got a minute, I'll print them off. But they took a bit longer than what I expected. Amjad, the posh wax melt king is in the house. So yeah, I says to Chris, I says, just, because obviously the printer just spits them out. I says, just pick them up. He says, how many? He says, there's no wonder we're getting through so much ink and so much paper. So yeah. But oh dear. Adrian's been sorting his house out. But yeah, I have arrived. I'll give 2 guesses who that is. So yeah, so just be telling everybody, Bella, I've just printed about 7 recipes out. So yeah, I forgot what I'm going to say now.
You lost your mind.
Yeah, I forgot where we're on tip of my tongue, and then it's your chat comment that you watch it football. So hiya Gordo, how are you? Ian Strones as well. Hiya Ian Strones. How do, lass? Tell he's the Yorkshireman.
I'm suing him for copyright infringement.
So yes, as this title suggests, guest, so hiya Baz, how are you?
Hey up, Burton.
And good evening, funny face. I just thought it were...
Oh, sorry, can I just interrupt?
No.
Baz, how did Man City go on against them red and white Southampton lads the other night?
I haven't actually got one, Kate. I did have somebody message me but they can't be on till Friday. So I'm looking for willing participants. Oh, started another brew. This one's an experiment. Well, what's others been then? Oh, Black Orchid and Seychelles.
Black Orchid and Seychelles?
Yeah, that's where he's been in his wax burner.
Oh, I thought you were about Gordo then.
Yeah.
What drink's that?
So he's...
He's laughing.
Why, how did they go on?
They lost 1-0, didn't they?
I don't know.
Against Southampton.
You're asking me.
To smash it Liverpool and go and lose to bloody Southampton.
Baz just answered you, but I couldn't write it here. Oh, well, I can imagine. Seen a recipe for one with apricot jam? Ooh, I've got apricot jam in cupboard, but that's for my farmhouse cake, which I still ain't got round to doing yet. So yeah, you know, there've been things going off in the Pickering household that obviously, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Obviously, I don't want to discuss it, but hey ho. So yeah, I'm just going to send you the link. Is it the one that's selling them off? Yeah, I forgot where it. I forgot it. I know it begins with A, but I can't remember what it's called, Amjad. So, well, the thing is, Baz, he's been feeling absolutely shocking all day. He even went to bed this afternoon because he got up, he says his head were banging. He says, I just don't feel right. So I says to him, he always says to me, if you're not feeling well, if you haven't slept well, get off to bed for a few hours. So basically, I said the same to him. I says, well, follow your own advice. I says, and go to bed for a little while. So I had to boil the jam to remove the preserves in it. Basically, jam is sugar and fruit, and homebrew is just... Oh, so you're experimenting. Just don't blow yourself up, Gordo, whatever you do. So, I am mud mower. How are you? So, yeah, you know what they say about experiments, you know, especially home brews and whatever. Sometimes they can go boom. And you so yes. Then, as I say, this person messaged me saying that they wanted to come up on the panel. So she says, when do you do a panel? I said, Mondays and Fridays. And she says, well, I'm streaming tonight. So basically, she said she'll come up on Friday. So I hadn't actually got anyone lined up for tonight. I was hoping I could have. But, you know, these things happen, don't they, if you know what I mean? So, obviously Mudmo must be in the States. He says it's 90 degrees.
He drives around on like a little tractor thing, zooming on the swamps.
Oh.
Good channel.
So,
if it's the right guy I'm thinking of.
It is a picture of a tractor, I think.
Yeah.
So,
that was great fun. Now I want to go and live there.
Bugger off then, I'll pack your bags for you.
Have you got a spare room, Mudmower? Can I move in and have a go on your tractor?
Oh, been looking at making wine with dandelion flowers, daisies and rose petals. That's a bit of a concoction, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of picnic garden then.
What's he going on about, Jeanette? No, Mudmower that's just come in, he was just like explaining to me about his channel. So so that's what he's talking about, Baz, and he says he wants to go there, and I says, okay, then I says I'm going to pack you. I'll pack your bags for you. So yeah, Chris attempted to go out yesterday, but he did go out. He went out later on in the evening. I saw that, Kate, but I haven't had chance to. I haven't had chance to watch it yet. So I'm in Cortland in New York.
Ah, there you go.
So I forgot what I was saying again now.
You hadn't had a chance to look at it.
Oh yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at Hazy's song that he's put up. Oh, I think you misunderstood what I typed, not all in one brew. Oh. Bella says she'd come on, but she's in her ass coat with rollers in.
We don't mind, Bella.
Oh yeah, about it went out. We're at Igator again. You went.
Yeah.
So it were hoping to catch the sunset yesterday. So
sky here when I left.
Yeah. So he actually went out on his own because Callum, you know, same as we've said, after Friday's happening, you know, it's best he stayed at home for a little while. So anyway, he goes out, wind were blowing up a gale, and he says initially he sort of did an intro sort of thing in the car. He got out, he says, and it nearly blew him over. It with that but it's been like funny day today. Sun's been in and out, but it's still been a little bit windy.
Oh, there's actually no wind.
But according to the weather forecast, we're going to have some scorching weather up to 40 degrees, it says. But how true that is, I don't know. So that were basically a failed mission yesterday. He says to me, right, I'm definitely going out today, and then he were poorly. So you know, he says, you know, I can't win. He says, I haven't been out for days. When I do attempt to go out, he says, it's that windy that, you know, nobody can hear a word I'm saying. So but it's sort of one of them. It's a bit it's not cold, just damn windy, and you know, and sun keeps, you know, we haven't had no rain, touch wood. So Bella asked Chris to borrow your rollers. So yeah, you know, as we always say, until it transpires, you don't know whether to believe the Met Office or not. But they saying that it's going to be sort of hitting 40 degrees. So don't know whether that's true or not, whether it comes to a fruition. You know, I always say we'll wait and see. Yeah, right. You on about rollers. He has a bit of a growth spurt, Kate, and thinks his hair's long.
It is. It's covering my bald patch.
So you know, he sort of said to me this morning, he says, God, I need my hair cutting. I thought, God. But the thing is, when I cut his hair, I take less and less off each time, because obviously I cut Callum and Chris's hair. Hey, Richard's in.
Hello, Darwin.
But the time you've got to worry is if your bald patch starts spreading further afield. Oh, it's from Thursday, is it, Bella?
What's from Thursday?
Hot weather.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Am I going to get my thong out then?
What? Don't forget your wellies.
Walking around Peak District with my thong on and nothing else.
Yeah, and a pair of wellies.
No, just my thong.
Well, you might tread on something.
That'll be right.
You'll have to take your wellies.
I'll wear some sandals that I don't like.
Yeah. God, if you ever see Chris wearing a pair of sandals, you know there's something wrong. Yeah, all the years I've known him, he's refused. That's a bit last thing you see me wearing. So yeah, that is one thing that he refuses to wear. And I keep saying to him, oh, be right back, going to make a cuppa. Oh.
See that now, Kate?
So, yes.
Anybody takes so long to switch a kettle on.
Just put, don't go. I was just about to tell everyone, Kate, what I've downloaded. Apple donut muffins, green velvet cupcakes, Cornish fairings, which if you don't know, the biscuits, chocolate mint kisses. They like a chocolate biscuit with peppermint. Yeah. Tiffin, a chocolate orange cake, and this last one, it's called the ultimate chocolate cake. I'll just put link in and let you see it. And it's ideal for a birthday cake. So yeah, I'll just get you the link and I'll let you have a look at it. Oh, I've got itchy nose now. And see what you think. There we go. It's all right, I'm just getting the link. And I just want your opinions on it. And I might make it, I don't know, I might make it for my own birthday cake. It's coming to summer when you've got to make your own birthday cake.
I'll make you a chocolate one.
I'll let you make me this one then.
No, you wear
yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to put the link in. I thought Tiffin was something Sid James did. No. It's basically...
Crimson.
Hi, Crimson. How are you? Tiffin is basically, it's a no-bake thing, but it's made up mainly of like crushed biscuits with a chocolate topping, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's a bit like a rocky road, but it's not a rocky road, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the chocolate orange cake, it's just like a sponge cake, Amjad, but you put chocolate in it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so that link I put in is to the ultimate chocolate cake that I've downloaded, and if you click on it, boy, you know, you'll be sat there drooling. So yeah, and it's like one that you put like all chocolate fingers round, and you put all your favourite sweets in compartments right top. Is midget porn cheaper, or as you're not getting full size porn, asking for a friend?
It's half price.
How are you guys? I watched the vlog with Callum the single stud and your venture in the woods. I am a lady. Hi, Johnny.
morning, Johnny. Father's alive.
What about you, John? He says, what about me?
Because you're teasing him and not making anything for him that he can have.
Oh, right. So yeah, I come across that today and I thought that'd be fantastic as a birthday cake. So hey Jimmy C, how are you?
Jimmy C, your friend.
So does anybody want an invite up onto the panel? That's what I thought, half price. So does Jimmy want to come on panel? That'll be first. So you know, I thought I'd got somebody lined up for the panel, but so yeah, if you want to invite on panel, just say so. Yeah, you know, just let me know. Just say yes, I'll come up, or whatever. So I did, Sam, as I say, I did hope that person, because I put a thing up in the group, etc. You know, if anybody wants, I'm doing a panel. If anybody wants an invite, just you know, just message me. But I only had one person. I did only have one person. Oh, Johnny's working out. Okie dokie then, Crimson. I'll put the link in the chat. Forgot how to do it now. It's been that long. Yes, and as Chris says, if anybody's watching in the background, come in and say hello. So that's the link. Just click on that link and I'll wait for you to come in backstage. So
Don't leave him hanging.
I've only just put link in, but don't leave them hanging.
I don't want you like.
But hey ho. But yeah, I sort of went on a mission today and I thought I'm going to download and print some more recipes out. I must admit that the one I fancy is the apple donut muffins and the chocolate mint kisses. They two well, you don't have to come on, Adrian, you know, obviously for certain reasons, you know. Got nobody backstage yet. Oh, I've got itchy nose. So eh?
That means we're winning lottery.
Yeah. No, it means that either you're gonna get mad at somebody or you're gonna get kissed by a fool.
That's me then.
Well, Crimson's not here yet. I keep checking. Amjad wants to come on. Yeah, well, some as I say. I'm going to say. I'm not being funny, Adrian, but don't talk on his behalf. If Amjad wants to come on, he'll say he'll want to come on, if you know what I mean. See, there you go. So, you know, I respect Amjad and I respect that he's having family time. So yeah. No, he's not there yet. Hiya, Jelly Duck. How are you? So, but there's no wonder there's that many sort of coughs and colds, and as well as the coronavirus going about, because it's no, I'm not sick. I'm just I don't know whether it's hay fever or what it is, but the weather in the UK has been like up and down recently. You know, it's been warm and then it's been cold, and so you know, whatever happened to Bear, the guy from Swindon? I don't know. Hey, we've got Callum in. Hi, Callum.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do something. Yeah. When it stops buffering. I'm sorry if I'm so yeah, can't think what is big red bear. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna put a link in, and Callum's vlog is my son, so he needs supporters, so I'm just putting his link in. So that's the link to our son, who is Callum's vlogs. Oh, devices. Hey,
how are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It feels like old times being on the panel with you.
Yeah. So I've just put Callum's link in for people that's, you know, not subscribed to him, like Jimmy C, and we're trying to get him a few more subscribers, and so
I think I'm subscribed to his gaming channel. Does he have a different channel or like a vlogging?
No, he's renamed it Crimson. It was Epic Gaming, but he's now renamed it Callum Vlogs, because he's been going out a lot with Chris Witt, you know, yeah, camera, as you know.
Yeah, no, I've watched a couple of the vlogs when they go venturing out. They make a really good duo for sure, father and son.
So if you're wondering, Adrian, Crimson Fantasy is Steve. We go way back many years. All the time that I've been on YouTube, like, which is 3 years. So, you know, we go way back. I see what Chris has put.
We go more back than like the YouTube apocalypse. Remember the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Like we knew each other before then, and that says something.
But yeah, so if anybody's sort of watching or whatever, that's Callum's, that's his link to his channel. See if we can get him a few more supporters. Mine are dropping like flies. I am less than I was a year ago.
Oh, I know. I'm the kind of the same. It goes up and down still. Like I'm stuck at the same number pretty much.
Yeah, Bella's saying hello to Callum.
Tell Bella I was gonna say tell Bella I said hi, but I'm like live. Yeah. Hey Bella.
So yeah, Jimmy, see that link that I put in, that is to our son's channel. So if anybody subscribes to him, he will sub you back. So yeah, so
I always joke that I'm gonna take Callum like clubbing when he's of age.
Yeah.
That's like my ongoing joke.
Is of legal age this year. Darwin says he'll soon be back to 0. But the thing is, I reached 1,500 a year ago, and I'm less than that now. So it's
wow, you're less than that. Like, what number are you at now?
I'm 1,499.
Whoa. Well, maybe they got rid of all like the the inactive subs.
Sometimes that's what Chris says. But the thing is, same as Chris keeps saying to me, the sub count don't matter. My views is up, my watch time's up, the revenue's up.
As long as you got that monetization symbol and you got the watch time, you're good.
So I'm just looking for Kate's son's. Yeah.
Emma's in.
I am. Sorry, I'm just. I'm
Is that
just
Emma
getting
Is that Emma
son.
McCallum?
Yes.
Oh, hey Emma. Long time no see.
So yeah. So I am just. I'm just putting Kate's son's. Channel link in as well. So yeah, Callum. I think they're roughly on about same. I think. So yeah, I'm very honoured for Emma. She's been poorly, or really poorly, just lately. So
Yeah, I've been seeing her Facebook posts. I hope she's okay.
Right.
Like my
yeah,
thoughts go
I'm
out to her.
Hello.
I
Hey Jelly Duck, what's up, bro?
Oh yeah. Hey. Hello.
So,
It's
yeah,
nice to see everyone.
we've got another guest. It's Jelly Duck. Jelly Duck and I go back quite a long way.
Oh, I've known Jelly Duck for a couple of years too.
So yeah.
I remember your channel, Jeanette, back in
Yeah, when I used to do the
2018.
coffee mornings as well.
Oh, Jeanette had like a powerhouse coffee house morning with like lots of people on the panel and you know lots of personalities. Let's just say
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
Please,
sorry,
I know.
I haven't been here, been
I
really
know
not
your
well.
channel, but it doesn't feel like so. You just assume my gender.
It's Jelly Duck, not Kelly Duck.
Jelly Duck. That's a big difference for sure.
It's Gem Goose 3000.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we all understand, what what it's like not to be well, and you don't have to apologise at all, Emma. So
Oh, not at all. We just want you to feel better.
So yeah, I did used to do coffee mornings. Then everything dropped off a bit, and it was suggested I do these.
Callum's going.
All right. Okay then,
Have a nice
Callum.
day,
See you
Callum.
later.
Bye, Callum.
It was suggested I do these evening lives. Kate says it costs to join Jeanette's channel. Just saying, lol.
Jeanette has an OnlyFans account now.
Yeah. Oh dear.
How's it going, Crimson?
What's that?
How's it going?
I'm doing great. I'm enjoying the weather up in here. Like, in Canada, you don't really get the sunny weather and like the nice hotness. Like, pretty much, you got to enjoy it while it's here. So I've been really enjoying that. I love the summertime.
What do you enjoy?
And not because I'm a pervert. Not because I'm a pervert watching people in like bikinis. I like the weather.
Not that, Callum.
I'm
making
kind of
music.
confused what you're saying.
So a question to you both. Have you been coping with the lockdown, and how's it affected you? Because I know Crimson's obviously in Canada. I forget where Jelly Duck is.
What?
Yeah, Jelly Duck. Where do you live?
Kuwait.
Oh, Kuwait.
Yeah, Kuwait. So how's the lockdown been affecting you both?
You want to go first, Jelly Duck?
I have no clue.
But the coronavirus, haven't you been on lockdown or?
Well, right now they opening a super shopping mall in the morning, and also they opening a supermarket, electronics store, everything. Before, it was a few months ago. There was a quarantine, during quarantine, whatever, lockdown.
Definitely.
We'll say us here in the UK, it's not as restricted as it was. They've just opened like pubs, like obviously where you drink, some restaurants, cafes, and whatever. But they've got to put strict distancing measures in.
Yeah,
we do have a actually we do have a we do have a coffee shop in Kuwait, but still they were opening uh opening I don't know, like maybe 9 a.m. I think.
No, Leicester's back in lockdown, so then
So yeah, I mean, where Emma lives, what they're doing is obviously there's different counties in the UK. They put in certain counties back in lockdown because they've had a surge in COVID-19 cases. So Emma lives in Leicestershire, so they've put that part of the country back on strict lockdown.
those silly people aren't
What?
doing the social distancing.
Wait. So they re-locked down the lockdown?
Well, no. There's only certain parts of the UK, like local lockdown, what they're calling local lockdown. The
Curfew.
like here in Sheffield, we've had a drop in cases. The all of the UK have had a drop in cases. So basically, they're doing like what they call local lockdowns. If there's like a surge in cases, like
Oh, I
Leicester.
see. Yeah. Kind of like if there's like an infected area, they kind of isolate that like sector instead of like the whole town or whatever, the country.
Yeah, Emma says yes, another 45 infected in 12 hours in Leicester. Well, in the red zone, which I am in. So there you go.
And that's the thing though, like they're... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go
No, I
ahead.
was
Sorry.
I'm Canadian. What can I say? Pretty much like, yeah, it's gonna be expected. There could be a spike. They were even saying that, like, you know, like we don't know if it's fully like done yet. That's why they're doing it in steps, right?
But Kate says she feels like an alien. She hasn't left the house in 13 weeks till Friday, but that were only to go to the doctors for her bloods and whatever. But Kate's in the most vulnerable. Kate's from Wales, by the way. She's in the most vulnerable category because she suffers with Crohn's disease.
Right. Yeah, because if you have like Crohn's disease or like diabetes, it affects you twice the amount.
Chris has put, can't go into Leicester, can't go out of Leicester, but why would you unless you're visiting the McCallums?
That's where I'm going to be trekking when I come to visit. I'm going to be staying.
So basically, Crimson, has it been in Canada then? You know, has it been as severe as the UK?
No, actually, you guys kind of have it a little more harder than we do. Like in Canada, Canada's very slack about everything. So it's like, we had a lockdown, but a lot of people did go out. A lot of shops were closed and whatnot. They're slowly opening back up. Like I was laid off. I was working at a restaurant, like as a server, dishwasher. So like I got laid off, and the government was giving me some money for that.
Yeah,
but yeah. So long story short, like, yeah, it really did affect Canada, but like now, like we're at the stage where we can have like restaurants, but the weird thing is it has to be on like the patio. Like, so you're serving everyone on the patio. They can't be inside because of social distancing.
Yeah. Here in UK, I think we've had over 44,000 deaths from it.
Wow. And like, like that is like, that's the size of, I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5 towns. Like that's a lot of people.
The thing is, we're one of the highest death rates. What, or you know, towards top at
It's true. It's true. When I looked at those like maps, it's like the red affected areas were more in like your area, like where it showed like how severe it was.
And Bella says it will spread again. People are ignoring. I agree, Bella. They think
I agree too.
Yeah, because they've.
Hey, look at that when I went to the pub. Well,
yeah.
Not when I went to the pub.
Well, he didn't.
Past the pub.
Yeah, he drove past this pub in Sheffield. He says, ignoring all social distancing. He says there were a group of them round tables and whatever, just totally ignoring it.
Oh, I know. And like, even in grocery stores and stuff like that, you see the cashier and like the mask is like on his chin. It's like not even on his mouth and stuff like that. But, you know, regardless, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it whether or not you have a mask.
Yeah. Emma says it's nearly 49,000, but apparently it's over 56,000. The government are telling fibs.
Yeah, you got to really like search for the right news nowadays.
But it did come to people's attention that they weren't taking into account the people that have died in nursing homes, etc.
Oh yeah, because that's like, doesn't it like hit like people like the elderly a lot more?
Hi, Ian. How are you? I can't get me. I'll have to brush my false teeth.
That would have been an epic blooper if this was like a pre-recorded video.
So yeah, I've been keep saying I'm gonna do all these baking vlogs, and it's been one thing after another, and I just haven't got round to it.
Well, you have a lot of prep time when it comes to baking, right? Like you got to get the ingredients, you got to let stuff sit out. Oh, hey, Jelly Duck.
So, because when I click the browser, because I need to change the image.
Hi, Val. How are you?
Oh, I know what you mean. That happened to me too.
Gone again.
Oh, there was one stream that I left and I came back probably 9 times. It kept booting me out. So it really does happen. I see his image still.
Stephen as well.
Steven?
Yeah. Steve Essex.
Oh, Steve Essex. Oh, I remember that guy. That guy's like an OG YouTuber.
Yeah, and he's fantastic at what he does as well.
Oh, he does.
Everything. So he just recently done me a logo.
Oh, he did?
And then he says he's going to do me a banner as well. So thank you very much,
I can't wait to see it. Yeah.
And yeah, Kate's saying about when the lockdown restrictions were eased, everybody flocked to the beaches, and they left them in a right mess.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. Like when we got a first like glimpse of like freedom, everybody was like on May 24th. It's like Victoria Day weekend. Like everybody was like not practicing it. Like it was all over the news and stuff like that.
Yeah, Emma says Steve's amazing. I agree with you there, Emma. I hope who's meowing to come in.
Why? Thank you. No, I know it's the other Steve. So.
In UK, they do have a curfew.
No, we don't have a curfew, but we've got everything else. Yes, I agree with what Ian says. Don't forget to support me and subscribe to me.
Yeah.
So
I always like checking out content. So yeah, for sure.
So yeah, don't forget, comment, share, subscribe, everything. Not yet.
How's Tucker?
Not yet. I have been busy with others, but no, we haven't had a curfew. But basically, here in the UK, they're making it mandatory to, if you're going on public transport, IG trains, buses, etc. It's mandatory that you've got to wear a face mask. Ian posted on Facebook, him and Sophie have been shopping. But obviously, in order to get on the train, they've had to wear face masks.
You can get some stylish ones. Like if you're gonna rock a face mask, you should get like a stylish one. Like they sell them now. It's like if you were to get into that trade, you would make a lot of money right now.
Oh, bless you, Val. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Val. Thank you. So yeah, we've got masks, but I ain't had chance to use them because I'm like Kate. Apart from doctors, I ain't been nowhere. So
They're
yeah,
very
thank you very much.
they're very uncomfortable to wear too. Like they're hard to breathe in.
But I mean, it's like this: if they're mandatory and you've got to wear them, then you've got to wear them, haven't you? If you know what I mean. Otherwise, it's like, you know, we've got trams, we've got buses, etc. We've got trains. If you're not wearing a mask, you don't get on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, basically. I'm laughing at what it's put. Emma, but if you're Chris, you can't tell he's always licking windows.
Oh my god.
Can I ask something? Why do they call Val's like why is your nickname Puddles? I just want to know.
Well, there you go, Val. Why do they call you Puddles? Is it a nickname? Is it
Like you got me curious.
Says. So yeah, Crimson's asked her a question, Val. Why do they call you Puddles? Where does that originate from?
I don't have a dirty mind, I swear.
Yeah, she just says drone flying.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's like Chris always always asks why they call him Pixie, and it came from a nickname he got at school, and you know. So sorry, can you see the chart?
Yeah, I wear my Mrs. Knickers on my face. Nothing gets into those bad boys.
But
oh,
yeah,
Gordo.
That's what I was laughing at. I'm sorry. I do occasionally start laughing, but yeah, same as I say, we've had the mask. You know, I sent for some off.
Weird. Good joke. That's a comedy gold.
Emma says, Den can't wear mine, not much on them. TMI, Emma, TMI.
Too much information.
We want proof, Emma.
I'm trying so hard to behave here. I'm trying really hard.
Chris wants proof, Emma.
like this is like
He's laughing. And Ian says when he wears his mask, it looks like he's going to rob a bank. So basically, if you get a bag full of cash stuffed in your hand, Ian, just take it and run. So yeah.
It's an extra glove compartment, let's just say.
Oh dear.
It's just like old times, or it just goes down.
we talking of knickers, you know, size of mine. Chris would be able to wear them as a bodysuit.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
I did not. This is why I loved like streaming with Jeanette. Like she'll say these things that'll just be like, whoa. You're just like in a good way. In a good way, you're just kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm dead. It's not grand. It's grand. That's it.
Emma says, Chris, I will send you Den's pants. Oh dear. Well,
oh my god.
make sure you wash them first, Emma. Just make sure you wash them first.
Unless you're into that.
I was going to say, are we kids and most? No.
Do you know?
No.
I'm just gonna say.
Are we talking boxers or are we talking wide fronts, Emma?
I'm just gonna say, Janet. Do you know that you can do it to yourself? Just cut in half with a bra mask.
You can make a bra from a mask, or a mask from a bra.
Yes.
Oh God, I could probably make a dozen out, man. Then.
Jeanette's bras now on sale.
Why? Sharing this caring, Jeanette. G-strings, love. Oh,
You know,
God.
like other people have like coffee mugs and stickers. Jeanette has like G-strings and like bras made out of masks.
That's put an image in my head now, Emma. I'll not get to sleep tonight. Imagining Dennis in a G-string. I mean, I saw
Oh my
Thomas.
God.
No. Thomas posted a picture. I forget where it were. Were it on Facebook? And he says, I'm wearing my face mask, and you're in front of the mirror, and he got it on his down below.
Oh my God.
And he says, I'm wearing my face mask. And I thought, oh my God.
Oh shit.
And Bella says no knicker sniffed allowed. So no knicker sniffing.
Oh, rats.
Steve Essex says, where is this going now?
I told you. I predicted it before it happened.
Oh dear. But yeah.
That's not to ask.
I like that comment.
I think it was on Facebook. But I sat there absolutely peeing my pants when he put the heading. I'm wearing my face mask, but he weren't wearing it on his face. So yeah, it were only just covering it as well.
I actually saw a meme like that where there was a woman at the convenience store and she couldn't like buy her cigarettes or whatever, so she took her panties off and put it over her face, and she's like, "Here." And they're like, "No, like I actually remember that somebody sent that to me actually."
Val says skating down the mountain, no brakes. But yeah, I couldn't believe he'd done it and actually posted it on Facebook.
I'm just visualizing, and I'm just like, damn, yeah, you're right. Like, how can Facebook of all
Richard,
platforms?
it's COVID-19, not codpiece night.
Oh my gosh,
Codpiece.
It's a little fishy.
That's a nice joke.
Gordo says you'd be kipping if they are crutchless. Yeah, Val says she's thinking outside box.
She's thinking, good play on words. I approve.
It depends what she's thinking outside of. Okay then, Bella. Thank you for coming in. Oh, yeah.
See you later, Bella.
The bikini emojis. That's nice.
But yeah, I mean, it's going back in all seriousness, I'd rather look stupid in a mask than risk, because Kate knows what I'm on about. My immune system is shot.
Great.
So I'd get everything that will go in. That's one of the reasons I've not stepped out of arse since the 26th of May, and that were only to go to the doctors.
Wow.
So yeah, it's Kate takes immunosuppressants. So basically, her immune system isn't very good. So I'd sooner stay indoors and stay in my own home where I know I'm safe, rather than risk it and go out there, and risk getting.
It's like a roll of the dice. Yeah. Yeah, you never know. Like your one step out could be your last. So you want to make sure.
Yeah, and Val says, she says they wear masks to protect communities. Ian says today in the Trafford Centre was a queue for Prime. I coughed and everyone ran off. But you see, Kate says I couldn't breathe wearing it. But the thing is, if you like me, you wear glasses, you like breathing heavy, and it's like things all your glasses up. So, you know, it's, as I
Just
say, it's like
run.
61 and half a dozen or other, you know what I mean? You know, you don't risk going out without a mask, but there's a lot of...
What's the Forrest Gump email password? One, Forrest, one.
I remember that movie.
First 2 weeks wearing one, I almost passed myself. But you see, that's what I'm saying, Val. I mean, you know, because you wear glasses. You have to have them over your nose and you have them over your mouth. And I found, you know, I ordered some. I tried one on, and in less than a minute, all my glasses were steaming up. So Gordo says bank robbers must be in their element. They have been wearing stockings on their heads for years.
Yeah,
So,
imagine
yeah.
fitting your head. Imagine fitting your head in pantyhose. Like that. That would be really weird.
No, thank you.
Bank robbers must be in their element. They have been wearing stockings on their heads up for years. Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
Oh
Val
my God,
says it took her a
this
while
is
to get
hilarious.
it. But same as I said, Val, I ordered some for us. I ain't even had, you know, had one on. I only tried it on when we first bought them, but because of my immune system, I ain't even left house. Only place I've gone, it's doctors, and that's it. And that were on 26th of May.
Yeah, that was like my dad during lockdown. Like he didn't leave the house. Like I had to do groceries for him and like get him whatever he needs during the day. Like he would not leave the house at all because like he has diabetes, right? So, and he's like over
Val said
60.
you should stay at home if your health's not good. Ian says, Gordo, I said to Sophie today, what happens if you're barred from Asda? Let's just say, just wear one of them. How would you know who it is, etc.? Shops must be getting robbed blind. But it is. I mean, you know, unless you know a person personally, you know, how do you know who it is behind mask?
That's very deep.
You see, the thing is, Val, I've got that many, I take that many tablets that it's like right at the beginning of the year, I started off cough and a cold, blah, blah, blah. And then I had like an upset tummy, well, like one thing after other. And then eventually I got shingles as well. So it's like my immune system is shot. So I have to be very careful because anything that's going, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be careful.
So it's, you know, it's a case of, yeah. I
like that comment.
Ian says, can't stop someone and say smile and check everyone who's walking into stores. So just wear one and run like. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, they really made me ill, Val. The doctor gave me some antiviral tablets, obviously, because it's part of the chickenpox virus. And them in itself, the tablets
hay fever
made me even worse. I was really, really ill with them this time.
Oh, chickenpox. It's probably the worst.
I've got leaky in as well.
Wake your eyes and shine.
So yeah, so
hello.
I can tell you now, shingles is very, very painful. But what I was trying to get across was it was like one thing after other. You know, I'd got a cough and a cold, and then I had like a tummy bug, and then, you know, I had a sciatica in my back, and it was like, you know, my body was saying, hang on a minute, you know, we can't cope with all this stuff going on, you know what I mean? And then I got shingles.
Shingles.
So are you not familiar with what shingles is, Jelly Duck?
No, I never heard of what shingles.
It's you've heard of chicken pox, haven't you?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, well,
I see.
when you're a child and you get chicken pox, that chicken pox virus stays in your body, and Wiki says so you've taken up roofing, but it stays dormant in your body, and it's like because I were getting one illness after another, it's your body's way of fighting back at you, if you understand what I'm saying.
That actually hurts.
It's basically when your immune system gets that low, trying to fight off all these different illnesses. Basically, that's when you get shingles. It's a dormant form of chicken pox.
Yeah, I think
So,
most people they do have a chickenpox or shingles, whatever they call. It's
yeah, well,
it's actually
it's the
bad.
adult form of chicken pox, but the chicken pox virus stays dormant in your body. Hiya, Frugal Farmer, how are you? So yeah, it's same as Val's tried to say. It's your autoimmune system, and it's fighting. Well, it's trying to fight off all of these illnesses, and it can't cope. So that's where shingles derives from. Yeah.
Very
We've just been
terrifying.
Frugal Farmer. At the beginning of the year, I'd got coughs and colds, and then I had a tummy bug, and then I had sciatica, and my body just couldn't cope with it. So that's when, the chicken pox virus rears its ugly head. I can tell you, it does make you really, really ill. I were ill for weeks, weren't it, Chris?
Yeah.
I don't have a ill, by the way.
So yes, it's hard to explain to anybody.
Kate said the shingles.
So it's derived from the chickenpox virus, but it's the adult form of the chickenpox virus, if you understand. And it's painful.
I see the point. I see.
I've had them before, but it were on me right side of my back. Well, this time I got them and it were on my left side of my back. They like they show themselves as like little blisters in a cluster. So basically, you've got it's itchy, it's sore, it's everything rolled into one. It's painful if you get them in your back, and as Kate says, it affects all the nerve endings in your back. Val says jam goose and jelly duck. I see a theme.
But how do you get rid of the chickenpox? Just want to know.
You don't. You just the chickenpox virus is in your body. Did you have chickenpox as a child?
No.
Right. Oh, well, nearly everyone. I don't think you had chickenpox, did you?
No.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Chris has never got it, so we assuming, and I've had shingles a couple of times. We think that Chris is immune to the chickenpox because he never got it as a child, and he never got it when I've had shingles. So yeah, Val says that chickenpox virus never goes away; it stays dormant in your body. When you get chickenpox as a child, that virus, the chickenpox virus, lays dormant in your body. How would he be immune?
Never goes away.
There's one or two things that he hadn't had. He says when he was at school, all kids in class had them. I think chickenpox and German measles and things like that. He said that there was only him and a couple more that never got it. Rest of class all got it. So they're saying, Oh, Wakey's having roast pork with crackling, roast potatoes, mashed potatoes with turnip and Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, most people they do have chickenpox because when you have a headache or loss of appetite, tiredness, even fever, itchy blisters, something like that.
But you see, Kate's asked the question: how would he be immune? I don't know, Kate. It's just how the human body works. We don't know. Same as Chris said, you know, he's never had chicken pox, German measles,
Herpes.
What's herpes? Oh, cold sores. No, but
Shingles is a herpes.
Chris must have a very good immune system. That's all I can say, because he's never had any of the childhood. I mean, when I was a child, me, my brother and my sister, we all got chicken pox all at the same time. So, I mean, Callum's had chicken pox. So why, you know, I'm susceptible to it and Callum's susceptible to it, but Chris never, you know, even when I've had shingles, you can catch chicken pox from a person having shingles, if that makes any sense, because it's a chicken pox virus.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, Callum's had chicken pox, I've had chicken pox, but Chris is the only one that hasn't had them. So we're just assuming that he must have a good immune system.
Not now.
But there is a virus. I think it's called a zoster virus. When you look at it on the Google, it actually goes into chickenpox.
So I'm going to say I don't really know about that, but I do know.
I think it. Sorry, my microphone is real stupid. That I think it's called a zoster virus or whatever they call zoster. It really hurts with chickenpox. That was included herpes.
You see, because you're so trinky weight and we're in the UK, you might have different like names for things, if you know what I mean. But same as I say, shingles is very painful.
Yeah, this really hurt.
Oh, Val says
scary.
Okay then, Adrian. See you later.
Oh my goodness, that looks. I just look at the shingles. They do have on the chest. Really hurts. Like some of the people, they do have like a chickenpox. But I can't I can't say that because it's terrifying.
Yeah. See you later, Val. Thank you for coming in and thank you again for the super chat. But you see, Kate's basically saying that, you know, I mean, I had all my jabs at school, but it don't sort of stop you from getting the chicken pox. I mean, is it measles, mumps and rubella, I think, that they give them nowadays. So, yeah, you know, I mean, we in the UK, when as children are young, always try to, you know, vaccinate as kids, you know what I mean?
I see.
So, you know, I mean, like they have sort of a round of vaccinations when the babies, and then they have to have another round of injections before they go to school, like basically for all sorts. Oh yeah, Kate went to New York and America not so long back, and she says that they had to make sure that all the vaccines and everything were up to date before they went. But it's you know, like same as I say here in the UK, throughout their life, even as far as, you know, high school and whatever, they have to have the what they call the booster injections, you know, to make sure all the vaccines and everything are up to date. So yeah, you know, it's but it's like you know, even though you have you know a list as long as your arm, you know, the injections, they're still going to come down with certain ailments. I keep checking to see if Crimson, because Crimson dropped off and he hasn't been back anyway. So
I think he's actually just got shut down with his laptop.
oh, I'll have a coffee when you're ready, Mr. P.
Sorry,
What time is it in UK?
It is 10:15 in the evening.
Oh, 10 p.m.
Yeah, 10 p.m.
Oh, well, in Kuwait, it's 12 a.m.
Kate said, Wakey says he can only remember having the TB jab, but that was back in 1977.
I think that might be slightly out of date, Wakey. Only a bit.
And Kate says there was an outbreak of measles there, but chasing my record, because I had measles and mumps when I was 5, I didn't need it back then. My mum says she had to cancel my appointment as a child.
We played up with you every night.
I know.
Bed, putting cream on.
Wakey says, jump to it, Pixie.
Guys, I actually need to go right now because
okay then, Jelly
I'm
Duck.
totally busy. So, adios, amigos.
Thank you for coming on, Jelly Duck. See you later.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. So I'm back to myself, by myself. Hazy never had it as a child, so we had vaccine, and Jack and Harry were up to date. Well, you see, this is it, Kate. I mean, it's, you know, as I just said, like, you know, Callum's had, like, all his vaccines, and, you know, he's up to date with his tetanus and whatever. So basically, you know, Callum is more or less up to date with all his vaccines. So I know that when you have a tetanus, is it every 10 years, I think? Because I can remember Callum falling off somebody's trampoline, and he fell through the trampoline, but the springs were rusty. So basically, he cut his knee out, and we took him down to hospital. And basically, they look back at his record and it says, "Oh, Callum, you due for a tetanus." So basically, you know, alarm bells started ringing because he got to have this injection, and you know, so basically, you know. Oh, Callum! I think Callum had chicken pox by the time he were Harry's age, haven't you?
Mm.
You've had chicken pox, haven't you?
Mm.
A long time ago. So,
No.
oh, so yeah, you know, I mean, Wakey says he has tetanus each time he needs stitches, but yeah, same as I say, Wakey. Callum had not had cause to have like a booster of his tetanus, but his leg went through this trampoline summit. You know how they held on with springs, and he cut his leg open on these springs, and these springs were rusty. So basically, because you know, well, they didn't stitch it, they glued it together, but he still had to have his tetanus injection. So, so you're not on your own there. I mean, Callum's quite renowned for having little mishaps, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, so yeah. But oh, he's a noisy beggar. If you can hear that noise, it's Tucker eating some biscuits. Not the quietest of eaters, I must admit. So, so yeah, so you know, how is everyone? Gordo says when he was a kid, he used to have a season ticket at A&E. Yeah, well, you see, this is the thing, Wakey. I mean, it was I mean, we didn't personally have one. It was somebody across the road, and Callum were pals with him. So he went to their house, and next minute he comes running in through the door. His trousers were all ripped, and I says, "What you been up to?" And he says, "I run trampoline." He says, "My foot slipped." He says, "My leg went through thing where its springs are." He says, "And it's cut my leg open." So yeah, you know, I agree with you there. They are lethal if kids are left to their own devices and they're not supervised. Because, you know, Callum's, you know, typical, you know, what's it to that? Because, you know, but, you know, it said, as I say, the old on by springs, Callum were bouncing up and down on it. He missed his footing, his leg went through it, and obviously he cut his leg open on one at springs.
Got an
Extra. One. Oh, I've got a sweet one, have I?
Yeah. Right, Chappy. Mm-hmm. Good. Just move them things away so we can. Yeah, look. Okay.
But yeah, you know, I mean, I think they should come with an health warning because they can be dangerous if they're left unsupervised. Callum, I just want you to, yeah, I can find them.
I'm getting a bit nippy.
Baby,
What?
Can you? Oh, they're here. So I'm just, yeah. Gordo says he's broke his arm twice, his wrist 3 times, his knuckle 3 times, and his ankle and his leg twice. I think you need to be covered in foam there, Gordo, then. Plus, I've had more stitches than you can count on 2 hands. Oh, dear. Wakey says a kid not far from here got a bit carried away on his trampoline, bounced off it and broke both his arms.
Oh, dear. That's a good idea.
Well, that's it, Kate. I mean, they do get a bit, you know, a bit carried away, a bit rambunctious, as they call it, you know, and this can be dangerous. I mean, especially if they're like pushing and shoving one another. Oh, dear. Yeah, Tucker's asking his dad for some biscuits. I just looked over and Chris is talking to him and he's going like that with his paw as if to say, well, don't just stand there. Get me some biscuits.
It's them that he likes.
Yeah, these is what we buy them. They absolutely love them. Chris keeps saying he thinks our Tucker's addicted to them.
They all are. You'll have to shake bag and they'll come running in. Pop them back down there.
Yeah. Kate says they need, instead of just putting like a netting round, they need some a bit more sturdier, then yeah. Wakey says he's glad that he didn't have them when he were a kid, or he'd have probably killed himself. It means coming off. You've got something white on end of your nose, Callum. It's gone now.
But it's from that stress relief or.
So yeah, they the biscuits, Kate. The others are like sticks. Pass me a packet of them sticks out at drawer, Callum. I reckon so as well.
I don't know where they are.
Are they in that bag at side, Callum? So yeah, and that's one of the things that Callum cut his leg open on the springs. So
I don't know.
no, they'll be down. It don't matter. The last break I had was 4 years ago. Stepped out the back door where it had been chucking it down with rain. Concrete was slippery. I went arse over tit and cracked the bottom of the. Oh God. I think you need to come with a public health warning, either that or you need padding from head to toe. So yeah, I think Gordo actually needs some of that pipe lagging wakey by sounds of things. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah. So yeah. I think Gordo needs to get some of that pipe lagging. It sounds like his health and safety waiting to happen, if you know what I mean. So
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wakey says night.
Good night, chat.
But no, I mean we never had one. Because Callum's always had like a problem with his muscles in his arms and his legs. So we never, we never had one for Callum. But same as I said, he'd gone across to his mates. They got a trampoline, and because Callum never had one, you see, he thought it was, you know what I mean? He thought it was something dip that his mate had got a trampoline. So obviously he went on this trampoline and look where it got him, So we says to him, in future, you're not to, go anywhere near trampoline, blah, 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 blah. You can go across and you can go and play at his ass, but you're not to go anywhere near that trampoline. So most of my breaks were through sports. So, but yeah, it's, well, funny thing is, that's one thing I've never, ever done. I've never broke a limb. Callum's never broke a limb. There's only one of my eldest lad. He had an hairline fracture on his wrist, but that was because he were climbing in a tree and he fell out of it. But it were only an hairline fracture. So that's only one of my kids that's ever broke anything. But it weren't to break, it were an hairline fracture. But I agree, Kate, I agree they are dangerous. You'd think that they'd bring them more up to date, same as you say, as regards safety features on them. So yeah, it's it's a case of I think they ought to mind. I think they're going a bit out of fashion nowadays, to be quite honest with you. So
to do exercise with a trampoline, and if he's not going to control it, you've got no chance.
That's it. So yeah, I mean, I must admit, I've never liked them. They're an accident waiting to happen, right? That's my, you know, that's my that's my thing on them. You know, it's a case of unless somebody's supervising them or sitting out there while they're playing on it, they're dangerous. You know, and parents sort of can't be sat watching them every minute or every day while they're on this trampoline. You know, you normal life, you know, you've got things to do. You've got, you know, you just cannot supervise them 24 hours a day. Damn right, Gordo, it's not fun. Tore 2 ligaments off my knee when I crashed my bike. Surgeon said I would have been better off if my leg had broken. Well, you see, that's another thing. Even though I've got sort of very tender muscles, I don't think I've ever pulled a ligament either. Yeah. But I'm with you, Kate. We never had one for Callum because I even back then I thought they were dangerous. And not all trampolines came with that netting round them. I mean, if you were to buy, you know, if you were to buy a trampoline and it hadn't got a netting, that was something extra that you got to buy. Same as you say, it's so flimsy, anything could happen. Still limping with it, and it was 17 years ago. Oh dear. But what you got on? I can hear it.
Nice,
oh.
Yeah, I can't turn it down.
Yeah. But have I missed anything? I was on the phone to my friend. No, we're just talking about broken bones and torn ligaments and trampolines that they're dangerous, and that's about it, really, Amjad. You know, we're talking about. I was saying about Callum when he were, I don't know how old he were, about 10. He went to his mates and went on their trampoline because we'd never let him have one. You know, his leg went through springs, and he you know, he cut his leg open.
Should Joe roll?
Well, I know what it means. He said you should have told them to call back after 11 p.m. It's corrective. Correct. What I would spell corrector or.
No, it's called fat fingers, not pressing the right key.
But yeah, we're just like talking in general about how dangerous these trampolines are, and torn ligaments and broken bones. And I mean, I don't think I've done bad to get to 58 and never actually broke a bone.
So I broke a few.
Yeah. The last one being his big toe. Yeah. Surgeon freaked out when I turned up for the follow-up 2 weeks later on a different motorbike. No, that's it, Kate. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we'd never buy Callum one, because he's not sort of yeah, he's not very good at balancing and whatever, and we never bought him one. Wouldn't allow him to have one. So yeah. But have you had any broken bones or anything, Amjad? Are you know, any serious injury or? But yeah, I think to be honest, Kate, I think there's not many people got them nowadays. I think for the same reason, for the fact that the you know, the danger traps in no uncertain terms. So yeah. No, not really. Oh. I mean, the scars that I've got are only from like operations that I've had. You know, I've had several operations, but I've got a scar on me right leg where I had a lump removed and it were found to be a cyst, and I've got a scar on my tummy where I had my gallbladder out. Oh, Gordo says the trampoline we have for the little one is very good. Everything is covered on it, plus it has net in on the inner section, so there's no chance of coming into contact with the springs. Well, that's good. I mean, a few years back, I mean, they were all rage. Everybody were going out and buying them, and you know, but I think that's what a lot of the manufacturers should take into account, that them springs can be lethal weapons. In my estimation, them springs can be lethal weapons. I mean, it was just lucky that, you know, had a Callum gone with full force, I mean, he could have ripped his leg wide open. But as look at it, you know, it didn't actually have to have stitches in. They just glued it back together. But screaming match came into force when they told him he'd got to have this tetanus. He weren't very pleased about that. But yeah, yeah, and that's what the problem with this lad across road from us. They got no netting on it. Springs were rusty. Right knuckle twice on my little finger. Broke my right thumb twice, all boxing related. Big toe twice. A bone in his elbow. Oh.
Not done yet. I'm still typing.
Oh. So yes, I mean, Chris might be immune to all these chicken pox and whatever, but he's not immune to breaking a bone or two. What is lacked in having these, you know, these ailments is made up for in spades by having, you know, having all these broken bones and whatever. But the last time we went to A&E were when Chris broke his big toe. We had a bit of a sideshow. It was packed jams. Yeah, it was packed jam solid in A&E, and you know, there were people talking, and you know how you do when you're talking to one another, and then you know, because it was packed, there were everybody talking. This woman come in and she says, I want to see my partner. I blah blah blah, something about kids, and I think she on Spice, I think. And the minute she come in and started kicking off, you could hear a pin drop.
Oh, bloody hell, look at me.
Yeah.
I was saying, should I get my phone out?
Chris, we're gonna film it on his phone. I kept saying, don't you dare. I don't want it coming over and lamping me or lamping you, because she were really hyped up, you know what I mean? Yeah. But then she had to be escorted out by security. So I went out for a cigarette, and I heard her telling security guards something about, because they were sort of saying to her, taking any drugs or anything or this, that and other. And she says, yeah, I've had some Spice. And I went back in and I said, she's been on Spice. I said, there's no wonder she's going a bit, you know. Of course, that makes you go funny. Last night I didn't get enough sleep, all thanks to my cousin called my brother at 2 a.m. Oh dear. I won't be very happy either. I'm Amjad at 2 a.m. in the morning. I leave my phone downstairs. That's it. When I go to bed, I leave my phone downstairs. Now, Chris, on the other hand, always takes his phone to bed with him, but he puts it on silent, but you can still like hear, occasionally hear, zzz, 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 zzz.
And I don't like being messaged early in the morning.
A couple of years ago, my dad was drilling a piece of metal when the drill bit snapped. The rest of the drill went through his... Oh.
Lovely.
I would imagine so, Amjad. I think I'd have been having a rant before morning came. I'd have, you know,
I'd have phone and shoved it where the sun don't shine.
I'd have had a rant there and then.
What do you think you're doing calling at this time of the morning? Someone has got to sleep.
But yeah. So yeah, but that was the occasion last time when Chris broke his toe. I mean, they said basically, because it was his big toe, that is central to your balance. So basically, they gave him this boot. It was like a monster's boot. Yeah, they don't, because it's your toes. They can't plaster them, obviously. But so he's not. He weren't putting weight on his foot, because when you walk, you big toe is that in the fridge pixie next to the butt plug. But yeah, it's like a monster's boot, but it made him about 3 inches taller. Put it that way. He thought it would dip because it made him look taller. Hey, Ian's back.
No,
It's all right.
no.
We're just talking mishaps and broken bones and you know, talking about. Chris has never had chicken pox or out like that, but what he lacks in, you know, getting childhood illnesses is made up for in broken bones, etc. So yeah, you know, yeah, and trampolines are dangerous. These trampolines are, and I don't think I have, to be fair, but a few broken. But I was saying to Kate earlier on, Ian, when we got talking about this, because I was saying that, like, I had, you know, when I had shingles, Chris has never had chicken pox, and basically the doctors are saying, like, he never had them as a kid either, and the doctors were saying he must be immune to them. But yeah, he says I've sent the bebop over to spy on you. You're not get much dirt on us then. But no, the shingles, because obviously you know that shingles is the chickenpox virus. But I've had shingles twice. Chris has never had chickenpox, so you would have thought he would have got the chickenpox, but he never got out. If only the battery. You know what? You know what? If the battery would take it that far, it'd be dropping it on doorstep and expecting some cakes on return journey.
So that'll keep it, sell it on eBay.
So yeah, so you know, as regards like childhood things like measles, German measles, chicken pox, Chris has never had any. But I was saying mostly kids get shingles, look at me. Kids get chicken pox when they're younger, because Kate was saying Harry's 4, I think, and he hadn't had chicken pox yet. But when I had them, there were me, my brother, and my sister. We all had them all together. You know me too well, do you know? See, funny thing is, Wakey, when I was looking on that where I've got them recipes from today, there's one or two. There was beetroot brownies, and there's a beetroot cake as well. So there you go. But I'm not going to make it. only. Let's say if we come and visit you, I might consider making it then. So, but yeah, I had. I don't think I got the measles. I've had German measles. I've had chicken pox. Because there weren't no, like, when I were sort of young, they didn't have half vaccinations what they've got now. You're exaggerating there.
Well, especially after how many you printed out this just before you went live.
But you see what I do as well. Oh, pardon me. When I say he's exaggerating, I optimize printing because I print on both sides. So it uses less paper and it uses less ink. My iPhone is always on mute and vibration off. I don't. But you see, this is the thing. Mine's always on mute anyway, Amjad. So for that very reason that, you know, even if, I mean, because we were laying in bed one morning and we heard like somebody ringing on Messenger, but Chris looked at his phone and it weren't his. So we assuming it were mine, but mine were down here. So, you know, I leave my phone down here for that purpose, and that is because, you know, just in case, I don't know. But you see, if, can I put it, if something like within the family were to happen, we've got a phone at side at bed anyway. So if like it's family related and they need to get in touch with us, all his family have got our house phone number. So I can't remember ever having mumps, Kate, but I've had
that. I have had.
Oh, you've had, yeah.
I've had mumps.
Yeah, he said he's had mumps. Yeah. But you see that when I had the shingles, Kate, that was the only thing that had eased the itching and soreness of the shingles with calamine lotion. So, you know, I got a big bottle of calamine lotion and, you know, it was like first thing in the morning and before I went to bed. It's something to do with vibrate. It's because it says it in. It's something to do with a vibrator. It's all right. I'm just replying to a message. So yeah. What? I forgot what I was. Oh, we're going to look at that. I was going to look at that link. Oh dear. See, I can't remember what I was doing 5 minutes ago, let alone it's Amazon anyway. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Lawrence Lush 2-bullet vibrator redesigned, powerful and quiet. Oh dear. But I mean, I know they have got a vaccine for the shingles, but it's for the elderly. You've got to be within a certain age bracket. I don't know whether it's between 70 or 75. So yeah, but my mum swore by calamine lotion when we were kids, and I've always been saying, Kate, I mean, I don't know whether you're, the old remedies sort of thing. We as kids we swore by it, and I've always been saying when Callum had chicken pox, calamine lotion. You know what I mean? It's the old, even down to when Callum were teething. Now, bearing in mind, can I just use the excuse off? But no. But you see, the thing is, Gordo, because of my immune system, and I keep getting them every time my immune system's bad. Chris says, well, you thought they'd have offered it you because you keep getting it when your body's like crashing and burning, so to speak. So, I don't think it should be restricted to the elderly. Yeah, I know it can make the elderly very ill, but it made me ill. So yeah. But I mean, like when Callum were teething, bearing in mind my eldest lad is 34 now. I used to have these what they call teething powders. I don't know whether they still do them or not, but they did when Callum were little. And I hunted high and low for these teething powders, and they still did them when Callum were little. And I swore by them. And we're talking my eldest lad's 34 now. So, but you see, the thing is, the thing is with doctors, Kate, as you know, they're very strict. And the fact that I keep getting, each time I have, like, some as I say, I had a cough and a cold. I had an upset tummy bug. I had the sciatica, and I think my body couldn't cope with it. And that's when shingles raise its Aston and Parsons, that's the one. Aston and Parsons, they are, yes. They the ones, aren't they? Them powders, what you mean, yeah, them teething powder, we just used to put it on his tongue, and they were amazing. And I swore by them. I mean, it's like gripe water. I mean, gripe water's been around since year dot. Yeah, she says in a little white box, powders folded up in white. Yeah, they Kate, Aston and Parsons, yeah. I used to get them given free along with powdered orange juice sachets at the local clinic. Oh, but yeah, I used to swear by them Aston and Parsons. And it's same with, if they've got wind, mums has swore by gripe water for years and years and years. I mean, it was, yeah. It got to a point where Callum went through a stage where he was a grizzly all the time, and I just used to get his dummy out, put it in gripe water, tip it up, and stick it in his mouth. You know what I mean? I think at one point, we were addicted to gripe water. Well, it's true, didn't it? We just used to get his dummy, put it in top of bottle, tip it up, Callum, and stick it in his mouth. It used to shut him up because he went through like a stage where he was like griping a lot. You know what I mean? And me, lol. I'm glad I'm not only one then, Kate. So as I say, it got to a point where, we thought he were addicted to gripe water. Chris says he ain't even won yet, and he's an alky already. Don't mean it. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you know, addicted to gripe water and his alky already. Oh, they were, yeah, yeah, them powders and gripe water. I used to get, you know, I used to get bottles and bottles of it, Kate. You used to get through that much. Sausage surprise, I haven't said it for a while. Oh dear, but yeah. I would think it would. He said my dad used to dump my dummy in Advocaat, sent me off to sleep pretty quick. Ronnie's playing with a spider. Yeah. Oh dear. But you know, it's funny how as parents, you know, we carry on them sort of traditions that as parents used to have. You know, and folks, but the thing is, I mean, nowadays they say when your baby, you can't give your baby solids until it's 6 months old. At 3 months, I were mixing a rusk up in Callum's bottles because they were a big baby to start with, and I tried breastfeeding him, and health visitor come out, and she says, I just can't seem to, you know, he's crying all while he's wanting feeding every 5 minutes. So she says, you've given it a try, you've done important first couple of weeks, you've gave him that, you know, boost to his immune system, etc. In all fairness, I think he could probably do with formula because, you know, I miss rusks. But yeah, so I mean, this was from an health visitor. She says, you know, obviously you can't be producing enough milk to satisfy him. So she says, with him being a big baby, when they're born a big baby, they take more, you know, oh, you were watching Carla's wig video. Laughing at what Gordo said. He says, had it in his gob, it must have wriggled as he spat it out, and it just ran like Limpid Christie across the living room. Oh dear. But you see, the thing is, once I put him on formula and I were, you know, made sure that he were and he were drinking like nearly a full bottle by about a month old, and basically you know, all my kids have been sort of started on what I call solid food by about 3 months. I mean, you want to see my eldest lad, he's built like a big it ass, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, all my kids is big lads, so it's not done them any harm putting them on solid foods at 3 months old, you know, and all this BS about, you know, you can't put them on solid foods till they're 6 months old. You as a mother know when it's time to put them on solid food. You know what I mean? Don't take any notice of what textbooks say you shouldn't do or what textbooks say you shouldn't do. You as a mother know when it's time to put them on solid foods. So, you know, I just didn't listen to them half at time. You know, and I even said it to sort of an health visitor once, you know, what you're trying to do, trying to tell you my granny how to suck eggs. I've got 3 grown-up children. You know what I mean? And they're all fit and healthy and you know, built like a brick what's it ass, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I know what I do know what I'm doing. After 4th attempt, do you think I still don't know what I'm doing? You know, all this okay then, Amjad, thank you for coming in. Amjad's going.
I'll see I'm good.
See you tomorrow on tomorrow night's baking live stream. So yeah, you know, it's yeah, but then again, you've got some that are first time mums and they do everything by the book. You know, I just thought, you know, I even told one of elf visitors, you know, you're trying to teach your granny how to suck eggs here. Oh dear. But you know, it's not as though I haven't done it before, you know what I mean? Callum was my fourth child, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, my cousin ate them all. But so yeah, you know, it's I've always said, as a mother, you know what's right for your children. So so yeah, that I mean that's my outlook on it. You know what I mean? I mean, I've had 4 lads, so and they all big lads. So you know, I must be doing something right. Yeah, and that I've always said that, Kate. And Mum always knows, you know, what's right and what's wrong. You know, you know your child better than any health visitor or whoever or midwife or whatever. You know your child better than anybody. Hiya, Tina. How are you?
Tina.
Tracy says hi. I saw her phone. Kina deleted YouTube off it. Oh dear. Oh dear. So yeah, I mean it's you know, it's like you know, yeah, a lot of these elf visitors have got kids of their own, but it's like, you know, don't do this and don't do that and don't do other, and you know, as soon as they've gone out through the door, you'll say, oh, sod that, I'll do whatever I think's right for my child. Yeah, Wakey says tick tick tickets. I started a few minutes late though, Wakey, so I'll go on till about 5 past. So yeah. So on tomorrow's yeah, exactly, Kate. You know, I mean, it's like we're at all 5 minutes. Same as I've said, like when we were kids, we used to go out and sort of make mud pies and all this crap. I'm still here to tell tale. Why were you late? I'd been printing some recipes out. And I asked Chris to pick them up for me, and I was trying to sort them out, but that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it anyway. But with worms, oh, I did all sorts, mud pies, and when I were a kid, next doors had took some old door frames out and it got glass in, and I put my foot through it, cut my toe open. They didn't take me to A&E. They just strapped it up and it healed up all right. Yeah, I have lost. That were another reason as well. I forgot. I can't find my new webcam. It's somewhere knocking about. So yeah, you know, it were a case of if you cut yourself, it were, you know, and stick a plaster on it. You know what I mean? There were no sort of rushing to A&E and pardon me, and that it were a bit of spit and polish, and you know, and but there were the lad that lived next door. It got Down syndrome, And he used to eat mud and all sorts, and you know. No, we weren't. We weren't into that sort of thing. But we used to go sort of where our house were. It was surrounded by fields. You could go down in, picking bulrushes and all sorts. And then dead on 7 o'clock before it got dark. Well, this was sort of in summer months, but before it got dark at 7 o'clock, you were in bath, get your PJs on, jobs are good in. You know what I mean? We used to spend hours in fields and, not climbing trees, because, I mean, yeah, exactly, Kate, picking blackberries, gooseberries as well. We used to go picking bulrushes and then, all sorts. But, I'm nearly 58 and I'm still here to tell tale. It's like, at the moment, it's like a granny state, if you know what I mean. It's, you don't let your kids go out. You don't let your kids do this. You don't let your kids do that. It's changed such a lot from when I were a kid. Yeah, that's what yeah. Sunday night were definitely bath night because you got to go to school next day. Oh, your dad smoked at 13 and his mum caught him out. But we're just saying, Tina, like it's, yeah, we used to go down fields, we used to play in mud, we used to splash about in puddles, and there's so much like red tape as regarding health and safety nowadays. But that's the thing as well, Wakey, where I used to go down, when I says our house was surrounded in fields and whatever, that's all industrial estates as well now. We used to take bucket and fishing net. We used to go, for tiddlers in brooks and frog spawn and all sorts. It's that's what we used to do. Frog spawn, and we used to come back with it in a jam jar, and my mum won't let us in house with it. You're not bringing that in here. Sunday night in the bath, listening to the news headlines on the radio. Or top 40, listening to top 40. So yeah, I mean, it's nice when you could talk about these sort of memories, you know what I mean? Hood lines. So I'm going to shut it down, guys. I will be, what is that I'm making tomorrow? No cooked chocolate tart. That's, my dad used to sail down the river in a metal bath with his brother and pick apples off the tree. They both didn't come home till dark. But yeah, where we used to live as well, there were an orchard next door, and we used to climb through fence, and we used to go scrumping and all. So I'm going, guys. Tomorrow evening, baking with Jeanette. I'm not actually baking. It's a no-cooked chocolate tart. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.